There was a scholar who called Bediüzzaman Said Nursi in Turkey, and young people, teenagers in high school, visited him and asked him a question. The question actually was that their teacher are not talking about the God in a school, and they were asking him to say something about the God, existing of God, about the religion, etc. So he told them that courses you are enrolled, your textbooks are talking about the God. Listen these books. So the book we read, we use for our courses, textbook. For example, in chemistry, in physics, in math, there are many evidence, lessons telling us about God and the existing of God. We can look at many different perspectives. So today, my talk will be in terms of management, how we can link the management and the faith and the God. So also you can look at it in many, many different areas. We can link, we can combine all this together to understand the faith and the existing of God and the purpose of this life, and the main important thing to understand who we are. So let's start with my perspective today. I may talk about other perspective as well when I get chance in the future. But today I will focus on management. As a human being, as an individual or organizations, we get together. If there is more than one person, the management exists to use people to accomplish goals. Basically, if we define the management, to accomplish goals and objectives. Organizations are created for profit, to make money, also to serve the community. However, there are functions, like 4 major managerial functions. So when we look at a small organization, we can see the function of organizing exists. The function of planning, organizing, controlling, and managing, or leadership, leading. So when you look at the universe, you can see all these 4 functions exist. Human being trying to understand, they study about this to understand why we exist, and if there is one, how we can understand the existence of the planner, organizer, manager, controller. This is the main purpose of our life. So we pray, we worship, we do something to be good people, to be beneficial to the community, to the society, but we have no certain answer what will happen after we die. And how did we exist? These are like philosophical questions, and we have to have answer to satisfy ourselves. When, especially as a believer, if we believe in something, we have to satisfy ourselves. And then we need to provide something logical that God exists. If you have no plan, you fail in the long term. We have to have short-term, long-term, mid-term plans. So we see that this exists in the universe as well. There is a perfect plan. So everything works together as a perfect organization organized by someone. So we may not see the creator by our eyes in this world, but with all this practice, what is going on around ourselves, what's happening is telling us about God, about a creator. If you recall the question from high school students, they are asking that teachers are not talking about God, but they need to learn something. So when we read a management book, when we read a chemistry book, a physics book, any books, any type, math, even math, will lead us. If we are open-minded, we can understand there is someone unseen created this world and managing, organizing, and leading, and controlling. Controlling is not just something to look at the quality and the output. It is from the beginning to the end, ongoing process. So this is the same thing for us. Controlling is not only when we die, it is from the birth to the death, all this period of the life, 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years. So the control is continuing, we have to organize and plan and be ready for the hereafter, which is we believe in, and it is most and more important than this life. And we have to understand why, how, and satisfy ourselves. And then whatever we do, whatever we practice will make sense. Otherwise, if you pray, worship God or Allah or whatever you believe in will just stay meaningless. If you are a student, if you are a worker, if you are a husband, wife, or any responsibility, any role you play in your life, you have to do it properly, in a correct way. If you are calling yourself a believer, you have to check your faith, make sure you believe in something that is concurrent in your life. Whatever it requires, you do it consciously. So that is very important. That's what we have. This is the weakness of the society. So if you are praying at home all day and going out doing something wrong, doing something bad to individuals, and something that is not appropriate for doesn't fit to your religion, to your faith, so you have something wrong going on with you, with us. So we have to read and discuss and talk about what we believe in and satisfy ourselves, and then do accordingly whatever is needed to be done. The perspective of management, when I talk to someone, when I talk to myself and think about these things, so I said, okay, well, I see if there is a perfect organization making profit, hiring many people, paying tax, and doing this, they are following certain rules. They are good managers. There is a good plan. There is a good organizing. There is a controlling. All management functions are working perfectly. So they make profit. They pay tax. They do their social responsibility. They help the state, the federal government, and all over entire international or global economy. They create jobs, they provide opportunities for others, and add or increase the value of their product for their customers, and they add economic value to the people's life. And you see this, if you look at the universe, you look at the sky, the earth, everything in your backyard, front yard, in your house, in your body, you can see the sign of Creator, exactly the perfect organization, a perfect planning, a perfect controlling. Everything is perfect. Is a good sign for us, for those who have wisdom to understand the existence of God. So otherwise, there will be a mess. You cannot control the universe. So millions of years, the system is working perfectly, and this must be done by a creator. Must have a good plan, a perfect management to handle all this together for millions of years, even billions of years. When we look at this way, this is tafakkur. It's called in the Quran. What you read, what you see, what you do, you think about it and link with something else. And it will be a base. Then you build something on that concrete base, and whatever it is belief, is faith, is helping people, is worshiping God and praying and helping your brothers and sisters and being a good citizen. To keep your ethic, your akhlaq, your behavior in appropriate way. So this is what we are missing as a community. If we strongly believe in one creator, if the member of each religion believe the creator correctly in the right way, then they will follow the rules which are the best for the humanity to survive, to continue communicating, socializing together. So since this pandemic situation, you can see that we are limited for many things. This is because of our fault, probably, because we didn't follow the rules. We didn't organize our life, or we didn't plan our life correctly. So it happened sometime, somewhere, but it impact those who follow the rules and responsibilities. So I'm not blaming everybody, but in one corner of the world, when they do something wrong, it impacts everybody. We have to strongly believe in this. And in many perspectives, many ways, we can check our faith, we can read, we can whatever you believe in, and feel responsibility to not only yourself, to everybody else, for family, for the society, for the community, for everybody in the world. We realize that this world is not only place or only opportunity to live. So we believe in a hereafter as well. So this faith, the stronger the faith you have, the stronger the belief you will have for the hereafter, and you will prepare yourself according to your faith. So today I look at it from the management perspective. So I'm telling myself that if an organization can be managed with these functions, planning, organizing, controlling, managing, leadership, leading, how can this universe, which include billions of organizations, billions of planets, stars, sun, and everything, all creatures and planets, cannot be managed by someone, cannot be planned, cannot be controlled, cannot be organized. So this is telling me, to my wisdom, that, hey, there is one God. I have to obey. I have to believe in. I have to follow. And I have to do it, whatever the God is asking, is requiring. So this is the summary. And in every major or field of science can take you to the end, which is the sign of God, the sign of existence of Creator. This topic can be extended in all other areas. So if we get opportunity, we can talk about this in the future in different perspectives. As I mentioned, this is not a real khutbah. It's virtual khutbah, or we can say virtual Friday talk. In order to have a real khutbah or sermon, you have to be together in a physical area, and that area must be open to public. That's okay. We can handle it. We can go with this way. That's fine. No problem. I'm not saying that is not good. We can also still benefit from this, as we did last week and to this week and next week. We can continue to do this in the future.
Brother Ali, thank you for all this wonderful statement. You do wonderful dua. Why don't you give us some of your wonderful dua you have?
Yes. Ibadallah, ittaqullah wa atiyu. All who pray, worship to Allah, to God, trust Allah, obey Allah, and respect Allah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba wa yanha anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tazakkarun. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.